What's up, guys? What's going on? Let's make sure we're good on sound. What's up, guys? What's going on? Alright, we're good. What is up? What is up? Haven't done a live stream since I think the 3rd. I don't know what day that was, but it's been a while. And it's kind of weird coming on Sunday night, but I wanted to get on here with you guys, and we're going to do our weekly recap live. I was going to record a video, but I was just really busy these last couple of days, so I wasn't able to record it. But I had some time to go live with you guys. So we'll do the weekly recap. We'll go over the trades that I took last week, and we'll talk about what's going on in the market. Market is open now. It's 8 o'clock. Market open at 5 on the East Coast, and I'm just gonna take a look here. So let's see. All right, let's start with the first trade that we took. This was on the 1st. I don't know what day that was, you guys. Let me take a look. I don't even know what day this was. Whenever November 1st was. Apologize. It was Monday. Okay. Alright, so we took this trade on Monday. One second. Okay, so this trade we took on Monday. So let's see. So I believe where's my okay, my first entry is here. So we took a W on this trade, and my approach going into last week's trading week, I took a different approach with my trades. I did not scalp. I did more of like an intraday type of trading, not so much swing trading, just more so of intraday. I mean, I held it over one of the trades that I took. I held it over through like the open and close, like past. I was in the trade before 5 o'clock, and I held it over past 5 o'clock. So I was charged a swap fee, and it wasn't that much, but I guess you could say you want to call that like a swing trade or an intraday trade, kind of in a way. So I've been focusing a little bit more on the higher time frames, as you guys probably noticed in the live streams that I did last week. I wasn't really focusing on the 5 minute chart, and like the 30 minute. I've been focusing more on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and my entries are on the 15 minute now. So I'm just like I said, I testing it out and seeing like where my style is in the market and where it's gonna best suit me, and just finding my style. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I would say I had a pretty successful week versus the week before, where I was telling you guys in the last weekly recap that that week was a terrible week for me trading wise, just like over trading and just emotional trading, and just like not having a clear goal. So this week we focus more on that, of having a clear goal and knowing when to get in, when to get out, what session we're trading, how many trades we're going to do per session, and everything along those lines. You guys can check out last week's weekly recap, and get you guys up to date for this one. So with this trade here, we traded GJ. You guys know I love GJ. And so basically what I was looking for is this trend line here. Looking for the break of the trend line. Price came up. Again, I am looking at the higher time frames. This is just on my 15-minute the entry. So I'm not really like I'm on here for to find my entry, but I'm looking at the higher time frames for direction. So the higher time frames, most likely the 4 hour I was looking at, went along with what I was looking for here. So basically, break of the trend line, retest. I got in here. Price came down into this little bit of a consolidation area. I did put on a second trade here as it came back up to retest this area again. I put on a second trade. My entry number 2 stop loss was here, and then price came down and I took profit here because we were getting close enough to my initial take profit, and price did end up getting down here, but I did take profit here. I moved my stop loss think when I got in here, when I put my second trade on, I believe I moved my stop loss to my entry, and then that's when price came down, and I took profit here. So that was our first trade of the week. I thought did a pretty good job on that trade. Um, I was satisfied with that. See, this is four. I think I had one on the third too. That's a total of 3 trades this week that I recorded. I didn't do too much of a good job of recording my trades, I'll admit. Um, but I did take a couple of screenshots. So this one is from the third. So this was on a Wednesday. I believe this was the last live stream that I did was on Wednesday of last week. So we took this trade on GBP USD, and I did have 2 entries on this one. So price comes down, it came up. I remember this one. Price was coming up after I saw this pivot that it did, and I was looking at it because I had so you guys, I've been studying a lot and doing a lot of so you see no indicators on my chart. I'm trading strictly price action and just like key levels. That's what I'm trading right now. So no, there's no 8 EMA. I have no 50, and I'm not using the stochastic RSI. A couple weeks ago when I was trading live, you guys saw I had all 3 of those on here. I won't say I don't trade that way anymore. I'm just gonna say that it's like a tool belt. It's like part of my tool belt. So if I want to like pull that out and like trade that way, I still know how to. But right now, I'm like strictly focusing on trading price action only. And this is my first full week of just like taking the training wheels off and just like letting myself just ride and just fly and just be able to like just trade without any indicators whatsoever. And just threw myself into the water and threw myself into the deep end. And I honestly, I would say that I swam. So I thought I did a pretty good job with this one. So I was focusing a lot on my risk management in this trade because once I saw this pivot, I was checking it out and I was like, okay, how much is, if I were to get in here, like what would be my risk management and how far can I take it up? And I felt a lot more confident in trading this way versus trading the other way that with the 8 EMA and the 50 and the stochastic RI that I was trading a couple weeks ago. I felt more confident because it put me in a position to actually like read the candlesticks and understand what they're saying and be able to get into my trades that way. So once I saw this candlestick starting to come up, I took it. I was confident in it because I saw this pivot here. Put my stop loss right here, and you can see my first entry is here. This is my first entry, and my first stop loss was there. And then price comes up, and like, okay, like I'm looking for, as price is coming up into profit, I'm looking for another pivot. So essentially, when another pivot is coming, I'm gonna put on a second trade and then either move my stop loss to break even my first entry, and then have my second entry under that other pivot. So initially, this is where I had gotten for my second entry, and then I put my stop loss under here because I was thinking that okay, this. Once I saw this happening, I was like, okay, this might be the pause that price wants to do, and I'm just gonna put my stop loss here right above like this pivot area until price fully reveals what it wants to do. So I was going about my day, and then I checked the chart again, and I see that price had stopped me out in my second trade, but I was still in on my first trade. And then once I saw price was up here, I was like, okay, you know what? I'll take profit here because I got stopped out in my second trade. If I did not get stopped out here, I would have closed my first trade. I would have moved my second trade stop loss up to here, and then eventually price did get up like close to this area, but I just closed it out right here. So, and then we took a W on that one, you guys. So I was very proud of myself, how I did and how I handled my emotions and just like my thought process through this trade. So we're gonna go to the next one. I took a total of 3 trades this week that I can fully remember. No overtrading this week. I did not overtrade. I think we just pulled this one up. I did not overtrade. I stayed focused and I made sure that I was taking the best trades possible. So now with this one, I was a little bit eerie with myself on. This is GJ again. I traded this one on Thursday. So my initial entry, let me see if I can find it. I did put in two trades on this one. I think my first entry. Okay, yeah, here it is. This was my first entry. So once I saw this, I took a chance on it and I entered. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure why I entered here. Like I said, I didn't write down any notes. I'm not gonna lie. I slacked on recording my trades, but I did take screenshots. So I'm just going off of like muscle memory right here on what happened during this trade. But let me see. I believe I got in here in the first one, and then I put the stop loss here. And I think I got in early on this one. I got in early on this wick. I got in early somewhere over here. I have my stop loss right below this wick here. And then this candle came down and stopped me out in the first trade. And like I said, I give myself 2 trades per session, 2 trades per day rather when I'm trading. So I waited for the next one to come up, like the next opportunity. And I said, okay, like this looks like this was the pivot here. And it was the pivot. I got in, I put my stop loss right below here. And then we came up to this little bit of a consolidation area. I put in another trade. I bought right here. Stop loss is right here. I was expecting price to get up here to this key level, but it actually didn't. And I did not take profit. I was actually up like 36 pips, and I unfortunately I did not take profit. And I watched this candle come down and break. And this is where I knew I made my mistake. I should have taken profit once this candle broke and like retested. That was when I should have closed out all of my trades and just took my money and left and got out of the market. But I didn't. I was thinking that okay, maybe price was still come. I was so fixated on trying to get up to this 154 area. Price never got up there, broke up, came down, stopped me out. And I was like feeling a little bit emotional throughout the day. And I was like, dang, I really should have like, why didn't I take profit? I mean, I watched this 15-minute candle come down and like break and retest. Like I've seen it over and over again. Like once price breaks like a clear like resistance of like a trend line right here, I should know that I need to get out of the trade and look for it to go the other way. But I didn't. Like I said, I was so fixated on that 154 area. And it's like now this is why I encourage like recording yourself trading, recording your trades in a journal, and like screenshotting your trades so that you can go back and like understand what you did wrong so you don't make those mistakes again, and understand what you did right so you can keep doing the things that are working. So this was my mistake. This is my fault. I actually took an L on this trade, but I should not have taken an L on this trade because once I saw this, like I said, once I saw this candle come down and break this trend line, even retesting, I should have just got out. Or even on this candle, like this is an evening start right here. Even on this candle, I should have got out. The latest I should have got out was probably on this candle right here, but I let it come down and just like stop me out, and I was feeling a little bit upset. I'm not even gonna lie, I felt upset for the rest of the day. But at least I was able to point out and see like, okay, like I know now. Next time I need to just don't worry about price getting up to my initial like where I think it's gonna go or where it could possibly go, because price is not gonna go where you want it to go. Price is gonna go where price is gonna go, and you just gotta follow that. You just gotta close the trade out, take your profit, or let it get stopped out, or close the trade and just take the L and keep it going. You know what I mean? So. But other than that, I thought my entries were pretty good. I thought my stop loss placement was pretty good. It's just the fact that I failed in letting price come back down and stop me out, and I should have been able to like take profit. This one should have been a W, but it was an L because of my fault. So it's all good though. We're going to check out the market now. Those are only 3 trades that I took for the week. Um, Normally I would take a trade every day, but this week we did not. Only 3, and I'm actually kind of happy I only took 3 trades because it allows me to focus and um, like choose my trades wisely. So we're gonna take a look at GU right now. This is a new week. I did mark up a little bit, as you can see on the 1 hour. We are in consolidation on both GU and GJ, but let's head up to the higher time frames because this is where I'm at now. The 4 hour, 1 hour, a little bit of a 30 minute, and then I enter on the 15-minute now. Like I said, strictly like price action, like no indicators whatsoever. So this is the daily, and we're in a downtrend, seeing some bounces here. I don't know why I have this 1.38 area marked up, but my computer is lagging, you guys. Super slow. But it is all good. So right now, this is the 4 hour on GU. Right now, what I'm seeing is price has, and this is clearly a morning star right here. So you have one Maribozu candle coming down, you have a doji, and then a Maribozu candle going up. This right here is a clear indication of a morning star. This is a morning star, which is a reversal pattern to the upside. So it looks like price could be coming up to retest a certain area. I don't know what area that's going to be, but it looks like it may be starting to form a Fibonacci. And this golden zone up here is activated. So we may be coming up here to test out this area. This looks like a 1.36 area. Potentially coming up here to test this out. Let's see. Orange, gold. So I'm gonna keep an eye out and see if price will make it up here. And then if price does make it up here, I will be looking for either some kind of reversal pattern or a breakthrough and then like a retest of this golden zone to see if we're gonna go and reverse to the opposite direction. So head down to the 1 hour to give you guys a little bit of a sniper look of what I'm looking at right now. So like I said, price is consolidating right here. Let me go back to the 4 hour. Okay, it looks like price might be coming down. So we'll head down to the 1 hour here. Price is consolidating. That's why I drew up this box right here. Kind of like it like this. I think this is good. I feel like this is safer to do it this way. Like that. Okay. And I'm also seeing like this head and shoulders pattern, if you guys can see. Head and shoulders. Price may come back up and like test this area and potentially come back down and break outside of this box. So I'm literally just waiting. What I'm waiting for right now is I'm waiting for price to break out of this box. I'm looking for like a break and a retest. I would get in on the retest and then I would put my stop loss right above that, whatever the like this is a low, it's a low right here, and then it's a low right here, low right here. So these are all stop loss placements. You put your stop loss above here, you get in, boom, price comes back up, move your stop loss to here, boom, price moves up a little bit, move your stop loss to here, boom, and just move your stop loss. That's all trade management. But this is all consolidation, and I wouldn't trade consolidation, so I'm just waiting for price to break outside of this box right here. And we're gonna go from there and see if I can get a retest on it. So that's GU. Let's take a look at GJ. I only trade two pairs, you guys. You already know if you've been on my live streams before. I only trade the same two pairs over and over again, GJ and GU. And it's like a quick story of like how I came to that of only trading two pairs. It's up to you guys how many pairs you want to trade, but you want to master at least like one or two. I would say three at max. Three at max. You want to just try out different pairs, and because they all move differently, they all speak a different language, and you just have to understand what that language is. And the only way you understand what language it is if you stick with it long enough. And a lot of the traders out here, they say you want to be married to your pair, and you want to know your pair. It's like just like two human beings like who get married and are in love with each other. They get to know each other and they get to understand. They figure out who you are and you figure out who they are. So that's basically what it is. So if you stick around long enough with the pair, you'll understand the language of it. So that's that's how I figured it. I figured out that I like GU because it moves a lot slower and it's very consistent. GU and GJ move very similarly, and I like that because it's a lot of it's predictable. GJ and GU are very predictable. They move slow, but the pips are there. You know what I mean? The risk management is there. I've also traded GA, and I wanted to love GA. I wanted to always trade GA, but I just don't have a good relationship with GA. I feel like for me personally, GA is too fast for me. So I've got burned by GA a lot, so I don't trade GBP AUD anymore. I stick with what my personality likes, and that's GJ and GU. So those are the only two pairs that I trade. I also tried out gold. I like trading gold. I always wanted to trade gold. Maybe I'll get back into trading gold, but like I said, my personality and who I am as a trader right now, it doesn't really match up with trading gold. So I feel like I'm being drawn to trade GJ and GU, and I'm going to grow with these two pairs. So you guys just got to figure out, you got to test. You got to, what I did was like I put like 10 pairs in my watch list and I just demo traded all of them until two stuck or like one stuck or just figure out what stuck and I just did trial and error. And for me, it was GJ and GU. So, so only two pairs that I trade and I love my pairs. So we're going to look at GJ right now. This is a 4 hour. As you can see, price has been very consistent with a break and retest of these trend lines right here. We are also in a consolidation period, also on the 1 hour. And this is a, what is this? Is a Fibonacci right here happening also on the 1 day. This is the daily. So we're in this golden zone. So we're in a reversal zone right now. So this actually looks really good. We're in a reversal zone, and I actually have these key levels drawn up too, right in this reversal zone. So we're gonna see what happens for this week. This is the daily. We'll head down to the 1 hour because not really much is going on in 4. Like I said, another consolidation. Just waiting for price to break out of this box, honestly. I'm not taking any trades tonight because it's not my trading session. I'll be trading in the morning time. And just to see, like right now, we're just checking it out and we're just seeing what price may do for the upcoming week and what we need to be looking out for. So at this moment, with no trades, we're just looking. And for both GU and GJ, we're both waiting on price to break out of this consolidation period and see where price wants to go. So that's the weekly recap, you guys. Some things I would say I'm focusing on this week is just definitely tracking my trades better, writing in my journal more, not just doing screenshots. Also, I do a spreadsheet. I haven't written in my spreadsheet in so long, so I have to update that. Basically, what my spreadsheet is just tracking my profits in my account, my profits and losses, and just updating what, like, did I take a trade on GJ? Did I take a trade on GU? What was my entry? What was my stop loss? What was my initial take profit? And just tracking every trade that I take. So I have to update that. So I do a spreadsheet, I do a journal, and I do screenshots and just collecting data because that's how you're going to get better, you guys. It's just if you don't have any data, if you don't track, you're not going to have any data to tell you, okay, this works and this doesn't work. You'll just be, trading blindly and thinking you won't be able to figure out what is working, what is not working. So that's why tracking and recording is very, very important as a beginner trader. It's good to start that habit very early because that's what professional traders do, and that's how they get better, and that's why they are professional traders, and that's why they make the money that they make because they know what works for them and what doesn't work. So that's something that I'm going to be working on this week. Also, I would say the same thing as last week. It's just staying focused on my goals, staying focused on um, like I said, how many trades I'm gonna be taking. Just staying like consistent and taking 2 trades per session. Controlling my emotions, not getting worked up over losses, not getting worked up over profits either, because that can flip you too. So same thing as last week is gonna apply to this week going forward, you guys. But that's it for this live stream. I'm going to keep it real short for you guys. Just wanted to get on here and go live for the weekly recap instead of just a regular video. Thought it'd be cool to come on here Sunday night, 8 o'clock, while the market just open and see what's going on in live time. So hope you guys enjoyed the live stream, and I'll see you guys in upcoming trading week.